Hello everyone, this is Pretty John P. from Department of English, Kala. Today we are going to talk about the process of writing in academic writing. We are going to deal with the scope, purpose, and audience analysis, features, processes, and structure of academic paragraph and essay. So let's see first what are the features of academic writing. And academic writing that should be very formal in the sense that we should use formal language and not informal. It should be objective, impersonal, and not subjective. It should be technical in the sense that it should be organized in a set pattern. We have to use technical terms specific to the particular discipline. That means you have to master style specific to one's discipline. That is, it can be science, arts, humanities, and the like. So, let's talk about the process of academic writing. There are three major processes preceding the submission of an academic assignment. They are pre-writing, writing, and revising. Each of these processes involves certain steps to be followed. Let's see what are those steps to write an argumentative essay. First, decide on what you want to study. That means that you have to choose a subject, you have to find out an aspect or area within the subject to focus and narrow down to formulate your topic. Next, you have to understand the purpose and audience of your proposed work. Secondly, you have to collect information or expert sources. You have to identify the sources of information. That is, it can be primary sources, secondary sources of information. You have to take down notes and prepare a working bibliography or list of works to be consulted or quoted. Thirdly, you have to prepare a framework or structure to work on. Then finalize the basic premises, key points, the organizational pattern of the work, and grouping of points for paragraphs. And fourthly, you have to start writing. Of course, you have to start writing. So that for this, you have to prepare the first draft, go through the draft to ensure there are no structural and thematic inconsistencies. Edit it, revise the paper. One thing to be noted, the language errors and use of taboo or informal discriminatory words and expressions, they have to be checked as part of your editing the paper. Fifthly, prepare the final draft and submit. It's always better to keep a checklist to verify if anything important is left out before submitting. And one thing you have to know that you should have a purpose, and before you state the purpose, you have to keep in mind the audience. The audience when you write an academic essay. So, what do you mean by purpose? Purpose in academic writing refers to your reason for writing. Although the stated reason of an academic assignment is purely academic or educational, it serves certain social, rhetorical, and career related purpose as well. The rhetorical purpose of an academic writing assignment is to persuade the audience to think the way you want them to think. The language of your writing, your arguments, and explanations, it needs to be convincing or it should be credible. So, the purpose answers to the question who is writing and why, and these are implicit in all academic writing. Before venturing into an academic writing assignment, you need to have a clear idea about your audience. Ask yourself whether your work is to explain or describe something to the reader, to persuade the reader to think in a particular way, or to inform the reader of something, or to share your experiences with the reader. So we can have different purposes or skills or social purposes involved as per the assignments given by you from by your instructor. So as per your assignments. That is, if the instructor is giving you a descriptive essay and paragraph or lab reports or the explanatory writing, that means the skills or social purpose involved are demonstrating your knowledge, understanding, and synthesizing. If it is a critical, argumentative, a persuasive essay or analysis of literary text, think in a certain way, or developing a reasoning, the skills or social purpose involved are ability to construct an argument, persuading or convincing someone to employ independent thinking. If the assignment is the review of literature, research report, write up on methodology, that means it involves building your research skills. Lastly, if it is a proposal, case study, problem solving, designing specifications for projects, that means the skills or social purpose involve the preparation for professional practice. And I have already told you about the purpose. So, this purpose needs to be addressed to the audience. So, understanding the purpose involves understanding the needs, expectations, and possible biases or the prejudices of the audience you are addressing. So, audience analysis is an important prerequisite for effective communication. Academic writing is not different in this respect. Before venturing into an academic writing assignment, you need to have a clear idea about your audience. Ask yourself, whom am I writing for? What do I expect my readers to know about my topic? What do I want my readers to think about my topic? What do readers know about my topic? So, one thing to be noted is the education level of the audience, their predispositions of the topic, their age, ethnic identity, and gender, because this may influence your writing style and content. A clear idea about your reader and your purpose will make your writing understandable to your audience and help to satisfy their expectations. Depending on your audience, you may write to inform, justify your stand on the topic, and educate the audience on a subject, or to persuade or force your audience think or act in the way you want them to think or act. And there is importance or significance for appropriate voice in academic writing. There is a widespread belief that academic writers should maintain objectivity in their approaches and perspectives. What rings at the core of your work is your own distinct voice. That is, if you are writing a persuasive piece, there's a consistent attempt throughout your work to convince the reader that your views are worth considering. Still, you normally do not use such expressions as I think, in my opinion, I found out that. So, to make your writings more inclusive, it is better to write without reinforcing your stake in the work. So, it is always better to sound neutral in your voice. So, this is the appropriate voice, neutral voice. That is, an objective voice is preferred over a personal voice. In places where the third person is used, third person plural is recommended because a third person perspective envisions broader audience. It helps you to assure the reader that the topic of your work is of interest not only to you, and the use of plural form helps you to make your writing gender neutral, as you are unlikely to use he or she while referring generally to individuals. So, whatever is the voice in the text, one thing is crucial: your voice in academic assignments should sound educated or well informed, sophisticated, and rational. Convey your ideas directly and clearly. So, for the time being, let me stop here. See you in the next class, and we will deal with the process of academic writing. Thank you.